It was another fine day on the Sacramento Northern Railroad. Cody, Marcus, Jacob, Sally, Blake, and Stuart were idling in the yard, talking to each other. "So I hear that Mr. Richard has bought a new steam engine to help out with our work for today," said Miguel. "Oh, really? And who is that?" asked Stuart. "From what I've been told, she's a Southern Pacific Daylight locomotive, a GS3 class Northern," said Jacob. "Not another one of those daylight engines," said Sally. "What's the matter with them?" asked Marcus. "Sally, you're not jealous of daylight engine arriving on our railroad, are you?" "No, I'm saying is that they're always showing off with their splendid paintwork and often be boastful about it." "Aw, come on, Sally. Why don't you just give the new engine a chance?" Just then, Mr. Richard arrived. "All right, settle down. I know you're excited about the new engine arriving, but there is work to be done. Sally, I need you to take a freight train into Los Angeles for me." "Yes, sir," Sally said, and she puffed away. "Blake and Stuart, you will be taking a freight train to Kansas City." "Copy that. Let's get going." "Marcus, you have a local to take to West Colton." "Aye, aye, sir." "Now, you and Jacob have the rest of the day off, Miguel. Oh, I'll be back later." "Oh, sweet. We get to have the day off." "I'm sure hope Sally doesn't get too much trouble with the new steam engine," worried Jacob. Sally arrived at Roseville and was coupled to her train. And then she started off on her way. But not for long. Just as Sally was making her way out of the yard, she suddenly got a red signal. "Why are we stopping here?" she asked. "We have to let a passenger train pass through, old girl," said her driver. Sure enough, he was right. On the adjacent track, Sally stared in surprise as a Southern Pacific Daylight engine chugged over the switch in front of her. "It's that Daylight engine Mr. Richard bought," Sally grumbled. At last, the signal shone clear. and Sally puffed on her way. But she was still grumbling. Passenger engines. They like to show off and boastful about themselves. Well, except for Samuel and Samantha, they're okay to talk to. But daylight engines sure are cocky and boastful. Later at Tidewater, Sally picked up another train, ready to go back to Sacramento. But suddenly, there was a problem. Your boiler pressure is dropping, being from a burst valve gear. Here. We won't be able to get back to Sacramento by ourselves. Oh no, this is not good. How am I going to get to Sacramento now? Maybe I can help, said a voice. It was the new engine Sally had seen before. You? I thought you were just gonna make fun at me. Sally snapped. Daylight engine was surprised. I'm not actually gonna say how filthy you look, she answered. Sally stopped. Listen, I know some engines are like that. Always boastful with egos bigger than their fireboxes. But not for me. Oh, said Sally, murmured by the daylight engine's words. I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have yelled at you. That's okay, the new engine said. By the way, my name is Melody. My name's Sally, Sally answered. Well then, let's get this freight train back to Sacramento, said Melody, and she rode up to the front. Come on, let's go. Oh, said Melody. And the two friends started up. Whoa, how are you capable of doing this? I'm not afraid of getting dirty myself, Sally, Melody responded. Most of my siblings were too boastful and complained that freight trains are dirty and filthy work. But not for me. I can handle anything. Well, this is pretty smooth running for a daylight girl such as you. And not bad for a cab forward who doesn't like being overtaken. The two friends chatted all the way back to Sacramento, all about freight trains, passengers, and even the fun stories they had back on the SP. They finished their journey safely, and the two SP girls were resting in the sheds when Colin steamed in. Beep, beep, he whistled. Then Sally saw Mr. Richard. Oh dear, what will he say? She asked herself. But Mr. Richard wasn't cross. He was very pleased. I had heard all about it, and I'm very proud that you made a new friend, Sally. And a fine piece of work, Melody. You've helped Sally deliver her train safely and on time. Oh, thank you, sir. Yes, thank you. Now listen here, Sally. I bought Melody because I'm opening a Coast Daylight service. A new express service that Melody's gonna be running? Yes, Sally. Melody is the perfect engine for this job. Oh, thank you so much, sir, said Melody. She was very pleased. After Mr. Richard left, Sally decided to introduce Colin. Oh, Melody, I'd like you to meet Colin. He's the first Northern here on this railroad. Hello, Melody. Welcome to our railroad. Hello, Colin. It's a pleasure to meet you. I hope you will like meeting Samuel and Samantha. They're the ones also saved from scrap. Oh boy, I'm gonna like it here, Melody said. Everyone was very happy.